A person is dead after a car accident this morning in Louisville. Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. The crash happened just after 7 this morning on I-264 West at Algonquin Parkway. LMPD officers say it was an accident between a van and a motorcycle. Officials say the rider of the motorcycle died. Traffic was diverted off the highway after the accident, and all lanes of I-264 West at Algonquin Parkway were closed for a couple of hours for the LMPD traffic unit to investigate the scene. And we now have new information on a homicide that happened earlier this month. LMPD has now arrested 60-year-old Eugenio Santoya Sanchez yesterday. LMPD has charged Sanchez with the murder of Ariana Hernandez Rivera, who officers say is his wife. According to the arrest citation, on September 14th on Autumn Way, Sanchez stabbed Rivera to death. He is now charged with murder, tampering with physical evidence, among one other charge involving strangulation. The historic Jeffboat property in southern Indiana just got $20 million richer. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation announced the waterfront property will receive a $20 million grant to develop the abandoned barge into a major economic hub. WHAS11's Alexandra Goldberg has the story on how this money will impact these plans that have been underway for years. This Jeffboat site got a $20 million check from the state, inching this old shipyard closer to a total transformation.
You know, I hope people recognize there were cities and counties all across the state of Indiana trying to get this money. So, you know, when the governor and the IEDC board, you know, weigh every other project across the state, and they say we want to give $20 million to Jeffersonville for this project, it's an incredible feeling.
Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore speaking on this historic shipyard that was approved for a $20 million grant from the Lilly Endowment Corporation, now bringing the total in-state funding to over $26 million. In December 2024, the Jeffboat site got a $6.5 million grant, but that's just a fraction of the estimated $1 billion needed to turn this site into a mixed-use attraction. Apartments and condos, restaurants and coffee shops all along a greenway on the Ohio River. Moore says environmental remediation has already been completed and believes this site will be filled with dirt within the next year. In Jeffersonville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS 11 on your side. The project is expected to take at least 10 years to complete. Columbus, Ohio-based developer Thrive Companies is leading the development.
What are we going to do in this moment? Are we going to lay down and give in to complacency and accept the status quo and allow this Titanic to continue to sink on our watch, or are we going to fight back?
A crowd at the We the People Palooza event held at Trellis Brewing in Louisville this evening, speaking on the deadly shooting in Michigan. Police in Grand Blanc, Michigan say at least 10 people were shot after a gunman opened fire inside a church this morning. Officials believe the church was deliberately set on fire. At least 2 people have died. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details.
Sunday services at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township in Michigan marred by violence when a suspect, police say from a nearby city, armed with an assault rifle, attacked the house of worship.
That suspect is a 40-year-old male from the city of Burton, who we identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford. He drove his vehicle through the front doors of the church. He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church.
One of our counselors was up speaking, and we heard a big bang and the doors blew.
The suspect then confronted by police who say he died at the scene.
During all this incident as well, there was a fire that occurred, and we believe that was deliberately set by the suspect.
The fire has been extinguished, but not before causing a partial collapse of the building.
But it was just scary. I mean, I came to worship my Savior Jesus Christ, and I didn't expect this to happen. And I've lost friends in there.
Investigators say they'll be searching the suspect's residence as well as cell phone records and other evidence.
Things that he's written, things on his computer, Did he have inflammatory devices of some sort?
A spokesperson for the Church of Latter-day Saints saying in a statement, quote, "We are deeply grateful for the outpouring of prayers and concern from so many people around the world." A source briefed in the investigation tells ABC News detectives are urgently working to determine the motive behind the shooting. Investigators looking into whether the church had been the target of threats in recent months, and if the timing of this shooting could be connected to Saturday's death of the church's 101-year-old president, Russell Nelson. President Trump posting on his social media platform saying the epidemic of violence in our country must end. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.